What's up, Never Monday? I'm Rainer. I'm here with pookyboi today at Soundgarden in Syracuse. We're going to be digging through some crates and seeing what got him into music, starting off in the early days. Ready to do it?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Said it.
Tell me a little bit about your music anyways.
It's hard to describe. I guess I would kind of call it like a mix of hip-hop and emo. Definitely has some influences of like more Midwesty emo with, you know, layered vocals and stuff like that. Drew a lot of influences from emo when it comes to the vocal part, you know?
Right. So, where are we digging through right here?
I believe we're in the rock section.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go with one of my favorite albums to listen to front to back. It's from 2015. It's called Peripheral by Turnover. I think 11 tracks or 12 tracks on it, and it's literally the only album I've ever heard that I can listen to front to back 30 times a day and never get sick of it.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's probably the way that they combine the droney guitars and kind of this, they create this atmosphere out of the instruments. It's not just like a typical riff, you know, with drums. It's a whole atmosphere with a very storytelling type vocals.
Okay.
And I kind of like that way of approaching music, you know? It gives it more genuine feel.
Running with my sunshine, he's not that bad, he's not so bad. Screaming with my mouth sunshine, he makes me mad.
There he is.
Alright, what do we got here?
This one's Suicide Boys' new album,
Okay.
Thy Kingdom Come. This one smacks. I was at work and my boy goes, "Did you hear the new Suicide Boys drop?" And I was like, "What are you talking about, bro?" And he's like, "It dropped on Christmas." So I go check it out, and dude, the first couple tracks just got me, dude. And I completely lied. This is not the one.
Oh, so Suicide Boys, obviously a lot grittier of a sound, a lot darker of an atmosphere that they're outlining. What about their new album is speaking to you the most?
Honestly, with Thy Kingdom Come and Thy Will Be Done, that's their newer one too. That one really speaks to me a lot. I'm kind of going through a similar journey and trying to clean up my lyrics and make them something that represents who I am as a person a little bit better and represents positivity and stuff. And I think that their new albums are covering things like addiction and covering things like the struggle of daily life in a very healthy way that before they weren't really covering. You know, they're kind of just, it was party, drugs, you know, and I can relate to that because at one point it was coping instead of succeeding, you know?
Right.
I don't talk about it much in my music, but there is sometimes a little bit of a spiritual undertone in my music, and I like to leave that to the listener to really understand and decide, you know, if that's part of the music they want to dive into. Because I think you can listen to my music in either sense. You can listen to it in like in a secular sense and really dive into the day-to-day part of it, and then you can listen to it in the spiritual sense and see that everything is a journey and understanding the nuances of being, you know, a flawed human and the mistakes you make and growth and success and the way that forms your music, who you are, everything about it, you know?
Very cool. Yeah, absolutely. All right, now going from something as heavy and gritty as the Suicide Boys can be to where are we now? What are we looking for?
Back in the rock section, we're looking for the album that, you know, really changed my life when I was a kid. It came out in 2004. I think I was like 8 years old the first time I ever heard it. It's 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance. Dude, it's a banger.
Classic.
This album basically shaped just about everything when it comes to music for me. When I mentioned earlier layering my vocals like old emo bands, Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance was really the man that made me want to do that more. It seemed like he always had at least 3 to 5 tracks on everything. You know, there's always a high harmony, the melody, and then a low harmony as well, or a low melody. And I try to apply that to all the music that I make as well, because I think, again, like Turnover creates a soundscape. And I think this is the first band that really showed me that you can do that. I just remember when I was a kid, waiting in the morning, there was the MTV music video things in the morning, 7 to 9 in the morning. And I remembered every morning they would play Ghost of You, which is I think track number 6 on here, super early in the morning. And I'd always catch that one. Sometimes I'd sleep through and miss it. But then there was Helena, one of the big tracks that everybody knows from them. The music video was just super powerful, and I think it was something that really attracted me aesthetically. I mean, when I was a kid, I was emo to death, you know. And I remember in the morning waiting, and and rushing from, it would come on at like, my bus used to get there like 8:50 something, dude. And I swear I would wait until like 8:48 just to hear Helena and just see the music video real quick, and then I'd run to the bus, just trying to catch that last.
Just sliding it in.
Yep. I mean, they really shaped a lot of artists too. And I mean, I think they're part of like a lineage when it comes to emo. You can really see with like bands like The Used and stuff like that, leading into bands like My Chemical Romance, leading into bands like Turnover, who I mentioned, and leading into bands like Movements and other emo bands that really influenced how I wrote. So it almost kind of sometimes feels like a next generation of where emo is going, you know. And I think you see that with a lot of emo rap artists right now. A lot of them are circling back to having a band. They're circling back to wanting instrumentation and really having that grassroots emo feel again. And I think that comes from being a string off of the original emo generations, you know?
If you want the chance to win one of the quintessential emo albums of the last 25 years, My Chemical Romance, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, our boy Spooky's one of favorite albums, drop a comment below and make sure you're following Never Monday.
Goddamn it, my head hurts. I feel me, the meds work. I keep probably think.